Reddit incepted by the pluribus hive mind to say some shit like Jesus was actually born in March. I don't know him. He's not, I'm not going to say he's not my friend, because I thought kind of his deal was that he's like everybody's friend, but like I don't know him like that, I guess is what I'm saying. This is just nothing, right? He's definitely a Capricorn. I can see all stats up. All sins down, all stats up. I don't really give a fuck about that, to be honest with you. He don't know you, little bro? That's what it's all about, man. And yet, I know him. I've seen Jesus going crazy sometimes, carrying people on the beach, using his forearm as a surrogate for that guy who's injecting hard drugs. I've seen that one. And the real question, Jesus honestly was kind of trolling in that picture, if I may, because the dude is clearly jonesing for a fix. So this might have been like I don't even know, like the 10th time he tried to inject, and he's like, I just can't get high. I don't understand, no matter how much heroin I inject, I just can't get high. You're fucking with him, Jesus. You're literally like ruining this guy's life by saving his life, but you're ruining his life. Jesus is when you build a tolerance. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, Jesus. When you put a beer to your lips, Jesus just sliding his mouth. Oh, thank you, excuse me. Jesus taking the dice from you at the craps table. I could see that. Jesus getting a second piece of cake for dessert.
That is a horrible recipe. Can you imagine?
I think Jesus.
In a world where I have to make create machines, cauldrons take up 7 iron each. How is that fair?
I will say, watching football in Canada is always interesting. Ruins of Zamonia, and you've been around for a long time, okay? 28-month subscriber, 2-year badge. I've noticed you in chat 10 times in the last 2 weeks, and every single message just says a pinball game that makes you mad. So I'm going to test something right here. Best user, not Ruins, Rummo of Zamonia. A pinball game that makes you mad. Glorp, glorp. A pinball game that makes you mad. A pinball game that makes you mad. Can I recommend a foreign film that I watched on the plane home from Italy? A pinball game that makes you mad. A pinball game that makes you mad. A pinball game that makes you mad. Go to water treatment. A pinball game that makes you mad. Hot oil guy video react. I don't like food waste and people getting hurt. Red Bull yapper. Glorp, glorp, glorp. Red Bull yapper. Hold right mouse button to zoom in. A pinball game that makes you mad. You owe me some honesty, okay? You owe me some honesty. Have you been paid by the developer of the game, a pinball game that makes you mad? And that includes if you are family and or friends with the developer. Don't bite your thumb at me. Nah, I just really like it. No connection. Alright, if you really like it, you gotta stop.
Okay. Well, what the fuck is this? Where did this come from?
Anyone know what this does? What the? Oh, but I can't see what the hell that is, man. I think it's 9 volts. Confirm 9 volt. I'm gonna roll, man. I don't know what the hell. Now it's the. What the hell is that, man? It's like the relic. I have no idea what that is.
This is a lot of power and storage for an early game. We're literally 7 hours into the game.
You're gonna say, why'd you pick it up? I dead ass did not believe you that it was King Baby. So did that really take chemical peel and give me 2 shitty items?
If you look at this person's...
It's 2/3 of conjoined, asshole. Conjoined
it's just
is literally
this.
not good, librarian. You would know that if you derive what's good.
But the problem with this is it doesn't have enough water for an upgrade.
Conjoined is like completely irrelevant. It's good for synergy. Okay. Oh, conjoined makes brimstone a lot better. Oh, you know what? This cigarette is sure making
Mine
this
is already
blowjob
ready for an
rather
upgrade
Moorish.
because
What the fuck
it's
are you talking about? It's
already
the blowjob that's doing the
pumping
work.
water
Conjoined has nothing to do with it, man.
faster.
That being said, I've never smoked, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you saying
The hell
derive from
am
base
I?
principles so much? Because motherfuckers back in the day, they used to derive everything from base principles because they didn't know how to read. So every caveman was discovering how to make fire for themselves, okay? And that was worse. And then we invented the oral tradition, language, the written word, effective information transmission. And then it was like a 50-50 split of like, check out this awesome trick that I found. And then also I read this thing in a book. And that was awesome. That was great, because you were getting a little bit of like, people were like quest giving you, they were like giving you tooltips and shit like that. But you were also able to like lock in and read like a book that could make you like a better gardener or something like that. But now, nobody's fucking doing anything.
I don't want to touch that.
And learning from doing things in a hands-on manner. Everybody else is instead just going to r/today I learned and going, well, by the time I'm ever asked to do anything IRL, I'll be level 99. If I'm ever outside of the house and I have to, hey, I know you've been working at Old Navy for 10 years. Did you know you're folding the shirt wrong? You're actually folding the shirt wrong.
We need to go to the
There's a
Nether.
more efficient way to fold the shirt that I saw online. Oh, you're taking offense to this because you've been doing this for 10 years and I've never folded a shirt in my life? Okay. Fuck you, man. That's why. That's why. Ouch. Actual straw man? This is not a straw man. This is a guy that exists, and it's almost every guy now. It's almost every guy.
Curse of
If you've
vanishing.
never met him, you're probably this guy. Because in order to meet people, well, I was going to say you have to go outside.
I need
but
one of
that's
these
not true. This
cauldrons.
guy's often on Discord.
I need netherrack and I need iron sheets.
I may have spotted a tinted rock. Okay, well, fucking spit it out.
The netherrack. Okay.
Where is it?
And then
3 fallacies in 1 bit. It's almost a record. And did you go to, did you read Plato's The Republic? Did you read Plato's The Republic? Or did you Google BuzzFeed top 10 logical fallacies? Were you trained in the Socratic method yourself? In university? The jokes write themselves, so I'm not going to debase myself. Maybe your job is awesome, and that's why at 9:55 a.m. on a Monday you're trolling in my chat. Maybe, maybe you are off from work because you are the CEO, and you said, "Hey guys, let's all take off early, enjoy the holiday season." That could easily be the case. Could easily be the case. Wait, who's the CEO here? Low key. What do they say now? Low-key-tudinally? Low-key-tudinally. Without a doubt. I'm gonna guess we have, how many people do we have watching right now? Somebody drop the viewer count? 6, 7? 2 people, 12 people. I'm gonna have to adjust the numbers. We're at about 8K. Okay, 8K. We have one person in chat with a $100 million net worth. I'm calling it right now.
our one empty blaze burner. Okay, well that's fine, I guess.
Too many people are saying caught. Maybe we have somebody in chat with $1 billion net worth. Don't expose me. Inevitably in chat, and you don't have to. If you got to this point, you're probably too savvy to out yourself, especially in a hostile environment like this. Could be, I mean, like you'd think it would be something like a cryptocurrency millionaire or something like that. Got in really, really early on Dogecoin before Elon was on SNL or something like that. But there's also like, you know, you'd be amazed at the number of ways you could get there. You could be an incredibly good basketball player, or your dad could be an incredibly good basketball player, or in 20 years, after the WNBA renegotiates the CBA and the players start getting played what they're worth because the sport is growing like crazy, your mom could have been an awesome basketball player and you could have gotten there. You could be Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua could be in the chat. Bro thinks Bronny's in the chat. I mean, if Aiden Ross has Mookie Betts and Puka Nakua, surely we've got like Chris Letang. Chris Letang, are you in chat? Youch. We got Chris Letang in chat. Brian Rust, are you in? Ernie Clement, I could see Ernie Clement. He'd probably be more. He'd be in Mouth's chat though, because he's so ride or die for the 6. Did you see that? Cal Raleigh? No, Cal Raleigh probably stopped watching when I declared the Mariners my mortal enemy during the ALCS. Even though they're like my first or second favorite team in baseball.
I shouldn't have brought all this stuff with me.
Sean Avery got banned. I know Sean Avery would have done some fucked up shit in like a Rust Twitch Rivals, man.
Ooh.
I know a professional basketball player that watches you. Okay, Trill Talk. NBA or EuroLeague? Because the way you said professional basketball player, it sounds a lot like we're talking. And it's not like they're better at basketball than I am by a mile. But it sounds like they're playing professional basketball in like Italy or something like that. They're not on like the Oklahoma City Thunder. Because you would have said, I know an NBA player that watches you, instead of a professional basketball player.
Where the hell am I?
I'm locked out of heaven on this one, man.
The dimensional trial chambers would go hard in this.
Spirit Heart? What is it shooting? Oh, it's fucking that one.
Oh, what's up? What's up, bro? How's it going?
We gonna let him know? Whoops, my bad, y'all. You ever notice how the Thursday night football theme song sounds like it was written by M. Dickey? It does not seem like a real song. It seems like a song from an M. Dickey wrestling game. My time, my time. Ain't none of you gonna holding me back. I'm dead. Ever notice the popularity of themed restaurants these days? That shit was true in the 90s. Riker was spitting with that one. People these days don't give a fuck about themed restaurants. Fuck it, bro. Oh, you know what? Let's do this, because then we'll probably get conjoined. The best item in the game. Guys, I might have basically cemented that we're gonna lose here. I was kind of hoping to get some extra hearts. Let's see. Damage is all right. Succubus is really good. Favorite themed restaurant? Well, I gotta think about it, because I really do think the Rainforest Cafe is god-awful. Let me think about this for a minute. Margaritaville? I've never been. Medieval Times is awesome. But I also feel like it's a very, it's a rare occasion. Hard Rock Cafe, never been, honestly.
Slime?
Casa Bonita, like, I guess it's not what I'm looking for, because I want it to be like a chain restaurant that I have a chance to have gone to. Not like we have one location in Colorado. Also never been to the Hard Rock Cafe. I've never been to Bubba Gump Shrimp. I did go to Guy Fieri's Times Square restaurant the first time I went to New York with my parents. And you're gonna say why, and then I'm gonna say the obvious thing, my dad chose the restaurant. And for a certain generation of people, it's like, you know, you're in New York City, holy cow, this is a celebrity's restaurant. We gotta check it out. Fogo de Chao, not a novelty restaurant or a themed restaurant. That's just that's a genre of restaurant.
Well, that's crazy.
Planet Hollywood, never been to. I don't know. I'm torn, man. Maybe they actually do all kind of suck.
Oh, we got what we came for, except for the fact that we didn't find a blaze.
Cracker Barrel?
So we have to go
went
to
Cracker Barrel once. It's kind of gonna blow your mind.
Oh,
it was on the
God.
same trip that we took to New York. But on the bus ride back, we went to Cracker Barrel.
The only place we can get blazes is the trial spawner.
But I was like self-conscious about having gained weight in university.
Wherever the fuck it is.
Barrel, I looked at the nutritional information on the menu and said, I'll just have water. In hindsight, I really wish I could go back in time.
It's not the Blackstone one, right?
And go, hey, I'll tank one meal.
It might be.
Like
what if it is? And I've just been wasting all this time.
For you, don't get me wrong. But then I'll at least have a concept of what this restaurant is like for the rest of my life, instead of just like no-selling it. Not to mention, I was literally like going home and then probably drinking like 11 beers with my friends.
The God of Light?
That was not a... the calculus of the move was messed up.
What?
Also,
the
like,
light of God, you fucking idiot. The light of... Oh, I'm fucking burning. It's daylight and I'm a vampire. Of course. You got me.
What about at 24? Still pretty messed up.
The light of God.
I don't want that. What about 37? Priority's pretty good at 37, to be honest. And I'll do you one better. Priorities are pretty good at 36 too. The priorities have been getting better since age 21, but they really kicked into being in a good spot around like maybe, well, probably like once you have a child and you're like,
okay.
Being hungover and
that's not that big of an issue.
3-month-old baby is like not fun at all. It's like insanely. It's the not a fun way to spend a Sunday. Let's put it that way. And you start going, maybe this isn't really worth it anymore. Not interested. Interested. If hangovers didn't exist, I'd be such a big streamer. Thank you, Prezzo, for at least acknowledging that they exist. I feel like that's
we're stuck with
the first step of figuring out if someone is or has ever been a real drinker. As soon as I see someone, and it happens occasionally in real life, but it happens a lot in chat, you'll see someone that's like, I'm not like other girls, I've never had a hangover, and then you're like, well then obviously you've never had like way too much to drink. Then they'll say something like, nah, I've gotten pretty crazy. I've gotten pretty crazy. I guess just like I guess my body is just a lot better than everybody else's, even though I just look like a normal motherfucker. I guess I don't know, maybe I just have like some kind of special gene that just breaks it down. And I took pleasure in this back in the day, but it's been a while. I was friends with one of those guys in college, and then one day he stopped saying that shit. And honestly, it felt like we had bonded a little bit after that. He was kind of like, I get it now. He's probably drunk right now. I think so. He has a good job, which means he's probably off for the holidays already, or maybe has been for like a week, and works in a field where they drink a lot socially. So it's and he's on the Eastern time zone. So there's actually like a very realistic chance that he would be at least a coffee and Bailey's in right now. If not, maybe. Oh fuck you! I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, he's a pilot. he's an ER trauma surgeon.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Huge, huge. I mean, I think if anything, what, is this good? Nope. You can hold it. Oh, you can fucking go hold it, bro. And wait, why is this one I found pills and the other one was held down? What the fuck, man? Are you fucking trolling me? You have an evil PhD? Okay, range down we can take. Doesn't that give us extra stats then when we take shit that sucks? So that was actually kind of huge for us. That was like a big damage bonus. The thing I worry about with respect to alcohol and working from home is that like you can definitely drink too much and have like a job in an office. People have been doing it for like, you know, a century and a half or whatever. But I feel like it's a lot more dangerous when you can work from home and ride out the hangover diarrhea like in your own bathroom. Eventually, you know, I had a summer job in university. I was still living in the, basically like the frat house with friends of mine. Sometimes you would go out till like 1 in the morning and then wake up at 6:15 for work the next day and be fucked up. And then you're like, well, how many diarrhea breaks can I get away with at work? Realistically speaking, I can probably only get away with 2 diarrhea breaks. So you go to work, hold in the diarrhea for like an hour and a half or something like that. Go to the bathroom, diarrhea out as much as you can, as fast as you can, go back to work and hold it in for like 3 hours and then take another diarrhea break in the afternoon and then be like, I'm never doing that again. I think it's self-limiting, man. You get a free one at lunch. True, but it'll cut into your nap time. That's true. A dude at my, I don't know if it's okay to talk about this. I guess as long as I change the story enough so it's not real, it's totally fine and legal. A dude at my old job actually got fired for misconduct at work. And the misconduct was being intoxicated at work all the time. And I was like, because we went out for lunch, and then when we came back, they had like an all-hands meeting that was like, just so everybody knows, like when you guys all went to lunch, we fired this guy. And he's not coming back. And I was basically like a summer intern, more or less. So I was talking to the other employees, you know, the cool ones that are like within 2 or 3 years of my age. And I was like, how'd you guys know? And they were like, he would come to work and he would just like work and then he would go to the bathroom like 10 times. I was like, oh shit. Well, you know, just so you know, guys, some of us have developed a technique where we drink 7 liters of water during the workday so that I have to go to the bathroom so that I get to take a little 2-minute break maybe once every 45 minutes. Nothing untoward's happening in the bathroom. I just consider this job like spiritually crushing, so it like pissing is a better alternative. Did you win a Nintendo Wii? No, I don't think I could hold my Wii that well. I can hold it like up to the adult standard for sure, but I don't think I could hold my Wii until it killed me. Let's put it that way. I think I would probably just piss my pants. You know what I'll never forgive? This is a crazy statement to start. You know what I'll never forgive game journalists for? Why the hell did they try to convince... Now, you have to be like at least my age to understand this. Why the hell did they try to convince us that the best launch game for the Nintendo Wii was Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz? Good game, but why the hell are they giving that 8s and Wii Sports is getting a 7, bro? Wii Sports was the best game at launch for the Nintendo Wii. Come on, now, like, listen. Now that we're looking back, Can we acknowledge that we fucked up and Wii Sports was obviously the GOAT? They fucked that one up, man. Hunks out here trying to say Fantavision's the best PlayStation launch title, bro. No, the PlayStation 2, I should say. No, bro, it's SSX, man. It's in the game. They're still getting away with charging $800 for a console with 3 games. It is crazy that there's still no games on the Nintendo Switch, because Mario Kart World, I'll say it, you're not the best. Games journalists, Donald Trump. I don't know if I'd say it's bad. I would say it's Mario Kart. Apparently Donkey Kong's good, but didn't this console come out like in April or something like that? June, maybe? June? It's been a while. They're talking about the PS5. Also fair. Also fair. Every time I boot up my PS5, it still tries to tell me like there's an update for Returnal. And I'm pretty sure that came out in 2019. The hell is this? Now Beelzebub, that's a transformation. Fuck you. Librarian, I'm literally like, I earned this one. I don't know what to tell you. We did not get like gifted a good run. I D6'd myself into being one hit away from lethal. Like, what's your problem? This is all skill. Do you hate me just because I said Conjoined was good? I literally don't even hate you at all. Have you ever seen the movie? Add that to the watch list. 10 things I hate about you. I hate the way you edit your videos. I hate the way you put my face on top of someone who's wearing Nazi regalia in the thumbnails. I hate the way you make me laugh. I hate the way you promote my content. I hate when you make me go viral. But most of all, I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even a little, not even a bit, not even at all. Damn, I might be a good actress, man. I could feel myself. I could have cried. I could have cried there. I chose not to, because I was like, I'll never live the clip down. But I could feel that I could have summoned the tears. I was feeling it, man. You're now breathtaking manually? Fuck! You're breathtaking manually. That's pretty good. Troll Keanu. Keanu troll face. You know what's fucked up is that, like, everybody thought Keanu Reeves was sad because he was eating that sandwich on the park bench by himself. It's probably, like, literally the only moment in his entire life where he's ever gotten to be by himself and enjoy a meal in nature. But now, because of the meme, like, nobody will leave him alone, man. Nobody will leave him alone. What do you mean in nature? Bro, a park is nature. He was surrounded by trees. Bro, yeah, he was locked in on a sandwich and everyone was like, oh, that's so sad. It was a construction site. In my head, he's in the middle of Central Park, okay? City folk ass take. Well, he had to be someplace where, like, somebody would have a camera, bro. So sorry it wasn't, like, in the middle of nowhere. Sorry it wasn't, like, where they filmed the Blair Witch Project. You would have needed, like, some film students to follow him in with a handheld Steadicam in order to get the fucking shot. I am a teacher, and the kids have told us that we are having a meme reset next year. In 2026, we will be going back to 2010 era memes. That's actually, first off, I don't trust them because they're kids. So they, they're like, I want a pony for Christmas, and then when you know it, like a month after that, if you're not fucking feeding the horse, brushing the mane, feeding it apples or carrots or whatever the fuck horses eat, cleaning the stables. But if that comes true, could be good, man. Could be the move. Fire my laser more like a 2006 era meme. 2010 meme more like that's like, for me, that's peak F7 U12 for sure. That's F7 U12. Bad luck, Brian. Scumbag Steve. Who smoked all your weed? Scumbag Steve. Scumbag Steve. Shiba memes? I guess so, because it was kind of, the Shiba memes preceded Dogecoin. I don't know when Dogecoin came, maybe like 2012? Bacon on everything. Oh, it's my moment, bro. It's my moment. Like you don't buy cheap toilet paper? It's the same thing. Kate'll tell you, there's a few things you don't get at Costco, okay? We bought kitty litter at Costco once. Big mistake. The kitty litter at Costco is one of the worst kitty litters I've ever had. You got to make a special trip. You got to get that on Amazon. I bought toilet paper at Costco because I thought that was one of the things you always get at Costco. And it was like 2-ply, but they didn't glue the plies together properly. So every time you pull on it, it would split into like 2 1-ply. It'll never happen. Well, we did buy our next toilet paper from Costco, but we didn't get Kirkland's signature. Let's put it that way. I think we bought Charmin.
Fuck.
It's crazy to me. Like, we as a population need to demand better. Not just from Costco, but how is it possible that every public bathroom still uses 1-ply toilet paper? I get that they have a lot of people using the bathroom and their toilet paper expenses are more than like the average household, but people are also going into their store and spending like money. So doesn't it come out in the wash? You can't get 2-ply toilet paper like in the Safeway washroom? What are we doing here as a society, man? It just seems like we've messed up if we're not trusted with 2-ply toilet paper. It's like a basic human right. People will steal it? Bro, people are stealing everything anyway. They're gonna steal it, they might as well be stealing like some stuff that's actually gonna clean their ass. Hey Quex, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Big 2-ply enjoyer, or even, I mean, 3-ply even. I wouldn't kick them out for suggesting 3-ply. I'm not gonna make it like a prerequisite, but next time I use like a cafe bathroom and there's real toilet paper in there, I'm gonna make sure to comment to the barrister. I'm gonna say, hey brother, great job on the toilet paper in that bathroom. Yeah, then I'm gonna steal it. Sure, tears up. I'm for it. This is Balls of Steel. I'm gonna be fast as fuck, boy. People are talking about half-ply in chat. There can't be a half-ply, right? That's like splitting the atom. There can be lower quality single-ply, but how can there be a half-ply? I thought a ply was like it's the basic unit for one layer. Look at that dodge. Yeah, it's indivisible. one ply, indivisible, under God, hallowed be thy name. You can split the atom? Okay, Oppenheimer. Bro thinks he's Oppenheimer for real? You know what? You're not even fit to carry Oppie's briefcase. Don't flatter yourself. I knew Oppenheimer, and you, sir, are no Robert J. Oppenheimer. Yeah, I know his full name. I've seen the movie. I've seen the post-credits sequence. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Okay, good for you. I oftentimes see people doing that, and I know that they think they look cool, and they do kind of look a little bit cool, I'll admit. I am going to say one thing, though, and some people aren't going to like it, and some people are going to say thank you for saying it. I don't think you should be doing it in traffic. Like, that just seems like you're asking for trouble. No, we will not be touching these. Like, I know you're like, I'm good at biking, though. Yeah, but like, you might want to, that's like me not putting my hands on the steering wheel and being like, don't worry, the car drives itself. And you're like, brother, I've seen the videos. That's what I'm afraid of. Holy cow. Is the theme good now? -2, it's cooler in traffic? Well, yeah, because like the risk of you dying is higher. I wasn't even going to talk about it, but we're starved for discourse. You see the video of the New York cyclist yelling at everybody in the bike lane? Oh, man. We don't need to get into it. Everybody agrees that guy's an asshole. He doesn't represent all cyclists. He doesn't speak for you. I understand. The video itself, though, I don't even remember what you do. The video itself is very funny to watch. He was 100% right. Well, there is the you're not wrong, you're just an asshole, Walter. But then there is also, like, you got to remember, if you're a cyclist and you're shit-talking cars that are in the bike lane, you're going to get a lot of +2s for that. And I think it's understandable, especially if it's just a normie driving a car. You know, that's like not paying attention. But when it's like people that are like walking or, pushing goods that are going to a business that is like adjacent to the bike lane on the street and stuff like that, you gotta realize you're fighting an uphill battle there. Like the infrastructure is not built for the bike lane to be exclusively for bikes, Like the same way, like when you leave your house, your bike is not on a bike lane, It starts out in your garage, and then you go to a sidewalk, and then it goes to the road, and then it goes to a bike lane. It's the same way, like, if you're trying to get to a store, you may have to walk across the bike lane in order to get to the store. But the important part is you shouldn't just be yelling at people nonstop to begin with. You should be showing some understanding for the people around you that are, just trying to get through their day the same way you are. You're making your whole personality like, what it is it's actually cringe. And I hate to use the nuclear word, but it's the same thing if you're driving with somebody and all they do is go like, look at this bozo, didn't turn on his signal light. Look at this bozo, what is he doing in the HOV lane when he doesn't have an electric car? It's like, brother, you want your whole life to just be pointing out like other people doing wrong things on the road? You just gotta, don't make it your whole personality. Just take yourself to the grocery store and then go live your life, Oh, that's what this does. Like, life's too short. You're getting worked up over nothing, man. Also, I want to see. I just want to ask. I have a bias that he may or may not respect stop signs. But that's all it is. It's just a bias. I don't have any proof that he doesn't respect stop signs. I'm just suggesting that for me personally, it would be devastating to find out that someone who's in love with the rules of the road doesn't respect stop signs themselves. That would be the sort of thing that would undermine their entire point. But that may not be true. That may not be true. That's my headcanon. He runs a red in the video? I didn't say it, you said it. It's called an Idaho stop. Idaho, don't flatter yourself. It's called a California stop, okay? Like, no disrespect, you got potatoes. I'm sure you got other stuff. Boise State's football team. It is not called an Idaho stop. It's a California stop, okay? No, a California roll is a kind of sushi invented in Vancouver that apparently does not have mayonnaise in it. Depending on who you ask. I always heard that it does, and I've always experienced that it does, but we don't have to get into that. Please? Okay. I've only ever had them with cream cheese. Really? California roll with cream cheese. See, now, everybody's got their own version of this. It's kind of crazy that everybody keeps making their own California roll. I was going to say because it sucks, but I guess that's the reason people keep making new ones, is they're like, I'm going to make a California roll that doesn't suck.
Bruh.
I think that will be a reroll.
Holy shit. Actually, like... I can't believe this.
Because you can't win.
I'm gonna be so mad when I log in. I'm gonna be standing back at the fucking home.
Have you been to Conveyor
or
Belt Sushi?
halfway there? Oh my god.
Conveyor Belt Sushi is like, I don't know.
I've seen it. I've seen it with my own two eyes. It's possible.
Sushi, if you are
we have the technology.
Of it, is that it's... I prefer seeing the price of something on the menu.
Oh my god, it's not even that bad.
My appetite to whatever food that I get, because it's kind
We're
of
locked
like
and loaded.
You serve yourself the same way you do at a buffet, but then at the end of the meal, you realize that like some of these plates are like $3 each, some of them are $4 each, and some of them are $5 each, and you're like, what the hell? I just ate like $90 of B tier sushi that like I was just eating because I was bored. So for me personally, I would rather get like, I would rather be like, hey, give me a spicy salmon combo, and then when the food's gone, I stop eating. But it's for a novice.
Oh, this island is beautiful.
It'll also make you like resent your fellow diners from time to time. I don't know about this one, boss. No, maybe I'm a genius. Because sometimes you sit downstream of the chef. So you're like 7 tables past where the orders are coming out. And the people who are sitting earlier in the order than you keep taking the good shit and just leaving you with stuff that you don't want. Either because it's too expensive or because it's not your favorite piece. And you're like, what the hell, bro? Like, let some of the salmon skin rolls pass down. It's $1.50 a plate, and it's like, it's a great roll. And they're like, no. And then you watch like the same kind of fucking custard go around like 35 times, and you're like, you're not gonna get me, man. Just take the custard away.
Garlic?
Holy cow, he's cracked. I was going to ask, is that lump of coal? I don't think so. Conveyor belt sushi for me is kind of like Korean street food. It's like people who haven't had it are like, oh man, I would love it. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not going to change your life, I guess, is where I would conclude my statement on it. Like, you can only have a crinkle cut French fry coated corn dog so many times before you're like, you know, I think I'd rather just eat like some bibimbap or something like that. Hang on though, that sounds great. You get over it pretty quick. It's kind of like bad French fries surrounding like a not so good corn dog most of the time. That's one where I would rather just have a good corn dog and then the crinkle cut fries on the side, personally, but see, there's I don't know. I was gonna say there's a market for it, and I guess there is, but I kind of feel like the Korean corn dog phase has come and gone. Like there was some Korean hot dog restaurants that opened in Vancouver, some food trucks and stuff like that, and then I feel like they kind of fell off. But that might also be, I'm getting my timeline confused. I don't know if this is pre-COVID, during COVID, last week. I don't know. A bunch just opened here in Boston. Yeah, but that's Boston. Like Boston to Vancouver is kind of like Ohio to Boston, if you know what I mean. No disrespect. It's just, I'm just hitting you with some sports banter, you motherfucker, you. You beat Toronto on Saturday. I was pleased to see that.
Oh, hell no.
You're right, the one in Richmond closed. Is it possible that there was just a traffic jam so huge in the parking lot that they're still sorting it out now, like 3 weeks later? No disrespect to Richmond. Maybe that's just like around the bridge and the airport and Costco, which are all like really close together, but when I'm at Costco, I'm like, this owns. Then I'm like, fuck! I gotta leave Costco and drive through Richmond. Son of a bitch, bro! Why are there so many people? One time I got stuck in the Aberdeen Center parking lot for 90 minutes. It do be like that sometimes. I've never been stuck for 90 minutes, but it's crazy out there. Stay safe, y'all. I think I want this. You ever get gas at Costco? When I ordered the chicken strips, yeah. That's why I usually try to stick to the hot dog. I do have a little bit of a bone to pick, though. I heard my wife talking about it yesterday. I'm not a relish guy on my hot dog. I don't mind it, but I'm kind of like a low-maintenance Andy for the most part, believe it or not. As long as I have my highly specific exercise bike with me in the morning, I'm happy. I'm kind of like a modern-day ascetic, I guess you could say. So I don't really notice this, but my wife is a classic American hot dog consumer. She likes, I prefer not to lose my eternal heart. She likes a strip of ketchup, a strip of mustard, and a strip of relish on her hot dog. And the Costco that we've been going to has not had relish for like a month. And sometimes they don't even have lids for the drinks. And I don't know if this is like mental illness manifesting itself, but a fountain drink is like 25% worse with no lid. Like something about the straw really improves the quality of the beverage. If you're just drinking it out of the cup, it's like, you kind of feel like the Diet Pepsi is not tasting so good. Sure, I'll take it. Like, we gotta up the lid game. I understand they're moving insane volume, but like, we need relish. I understand the onions are never coming back, okay? Things never get better, they only get worse. That's fine. The onions are never coming back. But we could at least be including lids. Like your Costco, what do you mean you ran out of lids? This is the place people go to not run out of stuff. Like, it just doesn't pass the smell test. I'm Lord of the Flies now, I think. I've become the Lord of the Flies. I am the Lord of the Flies, said he. Ann Arbor Costco just has cups of onions sitting on the counter. Yeah, bro, that's Ann Arbor. That's you Mish country, okay? That's like saying, oh, in the Hamptons, like, they just leave the napkins out. You can take as many as you want. Well, the rest of the world, okay, it's a knife fight out here, okay? It's like a prison riot. I don't know if you leave Ann Arbor. In the rest of North America, you're not allowed to have nice things because bad people might take advantage of it. That's the logic that we're living with out here, okay? I don't know how we found ourselves in this situation. We're like, yeah, no, we can't have good toilet paper in a public bathroom because someone else might steal it. Do you see what they're doing to us, man? They got us all pitted against each other. I'm going in. For it. You should move to Ann Arbor then. First off, I'm not an American citizen. Secondly, I'm not paying that much money to live in Michigan. It's just simply not going to happen. If I'm paying Ann Arbor prices, I'm moving to someplace where it never snows, okay? That's simply not going to pass. I know, Dan, I know you hate Ann Arbor because you're a Spartan, okay? That being said, listen, I watched a little college football this year because my boy Penix Jr. is winning the Heisman. Well, I mean, honestly, he made a pretty good case over Bo Nix in the Pac-2 championship game. But regardless, every time the Michigan State score came on the ticker, you know, I was not even going to razz you. It's just bad. You're getting blown out like 47 to literally 0. You're like, what are they doing over there, man? What happened? Our coach got fired for phone $$X. Okay, now, I didn't know that. Is the coach really that important in football, though? I thought it was mostly the quarterback. Yeah, they're pretty important. Oh, okay. He was fired for having phone sex. I'm gonna guess like it wasn't with his wife then.
Motherfucker.
I don't know the details of this, okay? I just love Coach got fired for phone sex. That's true. It's embarrassing enough to have phone sex with your spouse. You probably just need... That's extremely boomer-coded, man. Like, phone sex? Really? What is like a straight out of American Pie 2 or something like that? Meanwhile, millennials are so riddled with anxiety, they try to have phone sex and they can't even get it up. Am I right? Oh, man. Me to the 72-year-old chain smoker on the other end of the phone sex line. Sorry, this has never happened before. Spoilers, it happens every time. Literally every time. Don't worry, millennials are having omega online sex. No, we're not. We're going through our third once-in-a-lifetime recession.
There are monsters nearby. Isn't that crazy?
Who's out of touch now? Discord kid and roll call? Let's not and say we did. Sherlock.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, I would like a good item, but that's illegal. So I will be leaving instead. I thought this item gave us no spacebar items. That's the other one? Every time I think I got a good Isaac and a good item and can it? Every time I think I got a good item in Isaac. No, that's the other one that looks almost exactly the same. They don't look the same. They look very similar. Okay, listen, buddy. I come here to tell lies, okay? It's the first thing you gotta know about this. Call me P, exactly. Is it worth entering curse rooms? Listen, I say this with all due respect. Let's just analyze the question before we give an answer. It's 2023. Rebirth came out
The Drifter.
9 years ago. It's having its 10-year anniversary like next September. Is this pertinent information? Are you going to the World Championship of Isaacs? Are we doing like a new Binding of Isaac racing league? What do we do? We're just marking time, right? Let's just have fun with one another. We don't need to go through the song and the dance of Isaac's strategy. We've been there and we've done that. And some of you have literally bought the t-shirt. Could be talking about any number of things. Like, here's something for you. They should start selling, in my personnel opinion, I'd really like some of these items. They should start selling half bags of spinach at the grocery store.
It would have been really bad if there wasn't water there.
Is fine, you know. If you got people in your house that love eating spinach, you can definitely use a bag before it goes bad. But a half bag would be like my choice of how much spinach to get. Probably 9 times out of 10 at the grocery store. Just split the bag. Why does it always fall onto the consumer to do this stuff? Isn't that the point of economics, DL Guiga?
What if this thing? No, it's on the map. I'm like, what if this thing is off of its own map?
Look at the +2s in chat. People are saying there's a demand for a half-size spinach bag. Just split the bag. Okay, maybe they should just fucking sell the spinach leaves per leaf. How about that? Motherfuckers who drive GMC Yukons be like, aren't you worried about having a second plastic bag? No, because the 2 plastic bags, we go through this every time. There's not one plastic bag. It's a volume, or really a surface area of plastic. And if you have, I don't know the exact calculation, okay? But if you have a smaller volume, the surface area decreases proportionally as well. So it's not double the plastic to make 2 bags if the bags are 60% of the size of the original bag. Chat says it's 13% more plastic. That's a price I'm willing to pay. Oh, all of a sudden that's too much plastic, but you're okay with wasting spinach. Okay, make it make sense. Do you know how much plastic it takes to grow a cup of spinach? No, I bet you don't. It's probably a lot. I'm dead. Going just in time for Lethal Company. Okay, slash marker. Isaac. 4. Why is your Coke Zero triple sleeved? Because I'm drinking straight malt, brother. Oh, this is Wednesday, though. I think I want this. I mean, I think I wish there would roll. And then I don't want to see that. add like, can you use Starry instead? Mia the Lean Restaurant. Can I actually get that with Sierra Mist? Oh, sorry, we only carry Coke products here. Oh, alright, I'll just have water then. Sometimes they also put Jolly Ranchers in it. Yeah, I don't think I'm about that lifestyle, but... You know, if Nick Saban wants... He's obviously been very successful, so if he wants to stay in the lane, swerving, screaming YOLO, triple sleeved, slurping that straight mud, by all means. Well, not by all means. He should be in prison. He should do that at home safely, but I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know how he's living his life. I think he's probably just got it triple sleeve because it's an awfully hot coffee pot. I know I asked Dan this when he was here the other day. We were spinning our wheels looking for basically the first good banter topic of the video. How important is your coach in college football? Because I know it's important in hockey, but it's not that important. Like usually the coach just gets fired because the players are doing like a really bad job. So, and then sometimes they get like a boost afterwards. The coach is just like the first domino to fall when your team is shit. You know, you're like, we gotta get rid of this guy. College coaches are important because they have to be good talent recruiters. That makes sense. I could see that. Hey, what? Scanned? Like, I'm still just trying to figure out who to blame for Michael Penix Jr.'s collapse during the Apple Cup. I mean, I know they won the game, but it really seemed like, just for me personally as an armchair quarterback, there were some very questionable play calls. You know, Washington versus Wazoo. So, like, what are we doing here? That's the offensive coordinator? You're telling me the coach doesn't even call the plays? The offensive coordinator calls the plays? Name another college football game. The Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. I was going to say the Fiesta Bowl. It's the funniest name. And I understand, maybe you do find it funny if you watch college football, but watching a college football game like a month ago, and then like at halftime, they wheeled out like a bunch of Diet Dr. Pepper bins, and then they had two college students just toss footballs into the bins for like 30 seconds. And then whoever threw the most footballs into the bin got their college education paid for. There's like two ways to look at that. One is like, what are we doing here? This is like so dystopian. The other one, I was like, man, for the kid who just got his college paid for by Diet Dr. Pepper for like 30 seconds of work, he's probably stoked, bro. He's gonna be a customer for life. My university's going to the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Good for them, good for them. Do you go to St. Mary's University? Or do you go to Liberty? They should play, I don't know, I was just gonna deliberately make like a bad joke. That would be a first. I'm not taking this one. They screwed the Dr. Pepper challenge up and had to pay both kids. Even better, honestly. Even better. We will be switching to Diet Dr. Pepper as a result of that. I just thought it was funny that it was like, You know, this is like a landmark moment in the lives of these. They're not even really children, you know. They were dudes that were basically in their early 20s. But literally for like the whole promotion boiled down to like a 30-second throwing a football competition. Like, if you can't see the humor in that, I don't know what to tell you. It's like life-changing financial payout, and it all comes down to like who performs better in this completely arbitrary advertisement. And I respect it. I told you, I've become, begrudgingly, I've become a big America lover recently. I respect it. It's cruel, not for the dude who won, or the dude who came in second, who apparently also won. Now, I'll be real with you, Yum Brands. You're not going to catch my ass buying Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm hooked up to the Coke Zero mainline right now. Really? More of a Dr. Pepper Zero aficionado? What was the one where they said, it was like Dr. Pepper 12, right? That was like, it's not for women. One of the funniest ads of all time. Remember when Burger King tweeted, listen, what did they say? The tweet was not get back in the kitchen, but they did say something that was about 98% similar to that. Tell me I'm wrong. They tweeted that women belong in the kitchen. You know what they meant. But the fact that nobody said, like, hey, what are you doing with the phrasing on this one was like, come on, man. Or I don't know, maybe they just experienced the call of the void that day. It happens to people all the time. What did they mean by it? Well, they were like giving away, because it was International Women's Day, right? They were giving away scholarships to like culinary college for women. I mean, usually saying someone belongs somewhere, most of the time, unless you're being a real hater, that's like a positive thing. That's like one of those times where you need to make sure that you run it up the flagpole to make sure, like, hey, I'm going to send this tweet out on our @BurgerKing account. I just want to make sure, like, do you have any notes on it first? Okay, children belong in the mines would be another one that me personally, I wouldn't send out there. But in all honesty, do you ever think that people who work in mining get like too much credit for a dangerous job? Like back in the, and by the way, I know nothing about mining or geology for that matter, or construction, or really any form of engineering. This is just a joke. Like back in the 30s, they were going down there with like a little Minecraft axe, right? And they were going down into the rocks, swinging that thing around with the diamond tip. Ting, 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 ting. And you had like sticks of dynamite and stuff like that. Nowadays, isn't it all like robots or something like that? No? There's no shot they're using pickaxes anymore. People aren't even using pickaxes in Minecraft anymore. We're past it. They use lasers now. They don't use a netherite drill pick. That's what I would do. A Tinker's construction hammer? Exactly. Or like a Thanos Infinity Glove from Thaumcraft. We should try this. It's a good good thing you're handsome. There's nothing else going on upstairs. People are mostly just jealous because I'm a great conversationist. Yeah, sure. You meet someone who works in the mining industry. Oh, that sounds tough. What are they going to say? Yeah, it is sometimes. Conversation dead. Me. Hey, do you still use a pickaxe down there? You still swinging a pickaxe around down there, or is it all like robots or something like that? We're making friends or we're making enemies. We are not remaining Switzerland in any of these interactions, okay? Give me this 4.5% angel deal, you piece of crap. Let's see. Spawns a random, friendly, nobody cares. Nobody cares, Scott. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is the most upset I've ever been at one of your straw men. It's not a straw man. I'm literally like asking questions. You know what? Now I know something about the mining industry. People that work in it don't like questions being asked about their profession. Okay, well, fucking fine. Stay down in the cave then. I was trying to, you know, shed some light on the situation, pun intended, but apparently, like, you got into it because you like being down in the darkness. Fair enough. You ever see the show Dirty Jobs? You know, when Mike Rowe goes to the recycling plant and he's like, you know, what do you guys do here? They don't tell him to fuck off. They give him like a little back of the napkin sort of like elevator pitch, and he's like, wow, that sounds like, you know, dirty. And they're like, yes, sir. I will re-roll my entire run. This run was going nowhere fast. He also doesn't say, isn't the danger of the job overstated? Listen, okay? I said that to get, sometimes you don't understand the art of interviewing, okay? You give them a question where the answer is obvious so they have something easy to answer with and educate. Some of you didn't study from the Frost v. Nixon playbook, okay? Because they need easy questions? Well, I don't know. You know, it's nobody knows anything about mining except for people that work in the mining industry, bro. Kate takes Japanese class, and this summer there was like they threw like a little party. So I don't know anybody in her Japanese class, but I went, and there was a dude there who was talking about how he's like an engineer that works for junior miners, which is like a bit redundant, I suppose, in BC. And he's like, yeah, you know, usually like it depends on like market conditions, but things are like it's kind of collapsed right now. Like we're in a bit of a crunch. I was asking him all sorts of questions because I don't work a real job, right? I was genuinely curious. I was like, is the success of your industry tied to like how successful your explorations are, or is it tied predominantly to the like commodity price of copper? And he was like, well, you know, at the end of the day, everything comes down to the commodity price of copper. And I was like, well, that's really interesting. And think about that, you know, when you watch like the news and they're like, check it out, copper went up like 4% today. I look at that and I say, like, who fucking cares? But actually, it turns out the reason it's on the news is because it has like a material difference for tens of thousands of people who work in the industry. It kind of like, it tied it all together for me that we're all in it together on this third rock from the sun. So true. What can I say? 4% in a day is insane. Sorry, I'm still smoking that 2020 Zaza. We were all triple sleeved back then. You're not taking the item? What item? No, that item? Well, you know, I'll go. I just wanted to ponder a little bit more. Just wanted to ponder it. $30 rock. Me when I'm a rock collector. I'm gonna give you credit for trying on that one. Anytime I see out of context the phrase 30 rock, For some reason, it always gets Are You That Somebody by Aaliyah stuck in my head. I just hear like Timbaland in the background. 30 Rock, think I really feel it. East Coast feel it. West Coast feel it. Boy, I've been watching you with the something I do and I do and the something do do do. I don't know the words very well. But I do know that she says sometimes I'm goody goody, right now I'm naughty naughty. What about Steely Dan? That's not a bad one. I'm a fool to do your 30 Rock, oh yeah. I don't wanna watch your 30 Rock no more. Too bad her name's Tina Fey instead of Tina Fee, because that would really fit much easier into the parody, because they already used the word fee in the song to begin with. -2? That's not a joke. That's just the real engineering constraint of what would have been the song parody. So walls will harden over time. Time is the essence. Can we get some, can we write that down, please, chat? Can we get some Peepo G? I don't want to wash your dirty cock no more. What does that have to do with Tina Fey, bro? Now you're just being obscene. It's just disgusting, quite frankly. Those are the cocks most in need of washing. You play Aaliyah, I play Romeo Must Die. Okay, I play, that would, I'm going to give you 1x on Jet Li by playing The One. Then how are you going to get out of that? You're going to play something with Bridget Fonda, presumably? I'm just waiting. Single player mode. Mummy 3? Bridget Fonda's in the... Oh, no, you're going Jet Li. But then you just 2x Jet Li, bro. So I play Hero and abandon you in Chinese cinema. Oh, you play Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon because it has Zhang Ziyi in it. Okay, well, great choice. I'm going to play... I got to think about that one. House of the Dragon? That's not what it's called. That's the HBO show. The HBO show. Curse of the Dragon Temple? Something like that? I'm in trouble. House of Flying Daggers, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you, thank you. Reign of Fire? What's the connection, bro? I know everything there is to know about Reign of Fire, except who directed it. I trap you in Hong Kong cinema with gods and gamblers. I resign and dodge your games for the rest of eternity. Honestly, I'm just gonna level with you. I'm too lazy to go look for the item room. I'm not doing digital walking. I could be getting my steps up IRL. Can we get some Cine 2 Nerdle duels? I am displeased to inform you that there has been necessary maintenance to Cine 2 Nerdles. It has gone down and will return on December the 18th, next Monday. So we have like a 1 week tolerance break, which is nice because you get like a little bit, you know, those are high pressure games. This is the first time I've ever had to deal with like having a 90% win rate in a competitive game. It's honestly like way more stressful to have. I understand Apollo a lot more genuinely. Like, it's more stressful to win 90% of the time than it is to win 50% of the time. At least, like, if people are watching you. Because if you win 50% of the time, when you lose, people are like, that's not, like, a surprise. When you win 90% of the time and you lose, people are like, what happened? You freaking suck. There's ladder anxiety. It's true. No, I'd still rather win 90% of the time. There's just a little bit more pressure that comes with it. It's true. People go crazy. The allegations start flying about aging. Oh, he's slowing down. He's sundowning. People will say like fucked up shit to you when you're bad at a video game on Twitch. Like I just turned 35. People will be like, "Oh, he has dementia." It's a fucking messed up thing to say to somebody, man. That's like if my toddler said that, I would be like, I forgive them because they don't know like the power of words. The people that are like, you know, 24 years old are posting it in chat, and then when I'm like, don't say that, they're like, oh, the chat's a reflection of the streamer, and I'm like, buddy, are you? Is this Alan Tudyk? Is this like iRobot? Are you Chat GPT-4? You got like all the talking points in there. CEO of having no original thoughts. That's maybe a little rude, but it's not even as rude as saying someone's losing their mind. Anyway, it's all good. Post your watts per kilogram. Post your mile time. 3? 3's good. I'll give you some. I'll give you some respect if you know your watts per kilogram. But if it's 3, I'm giving you bonus respect on top. 3's pretty good. 4? If your watts per kilogram is really 4, you're crushing it out there. Keep it up. Man hates items. Can I tell you something? I thought to myself, I had an internal monologue. I said, last floor I skipped the item room. This floor I absolutely have to get it or chat will be mad. And I forgot that it's mom's floor. So I'm stuck. That one's just my bad. 20-minute mile? Honest, if you know your mile time, that's based. I'm going to give you the secret. If you ever anger Slime, I'm saying this having basically never spoken to him, well, definitely not IRL, but barely online. If anyone ever asks you your mile time, but it's probably Slime, the only way you lose is by refusing to answer. You win by answering, even if your time is bad. If your time is good, obviously you win. I guess you lose by lying too, but that's up to you. But even if your mile time is poor, even if it's 22 minutes, you know, as long as you post it, you put the person who asked you in a rough position, okay? Because now they have to choose to make the decision between saying, great job, keep it up, slugger, or they're going to like shame your fitness ability, which is punching down and is not considered okay in modern society, which is probably good. So that's my little, that's a little verbal Jeet Kune Do for you. You take their energy and you use it to neutralize them. What if they beat your time in response? Well, it shouldn't be hard if your time's like 22 minutes. That's like not even a brisk walking pace. It's like a leisurely walking pace. That's not the point. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading anything about the Mathescore reggae rapper either. Wife is away on a big business trip with lots of foods she's never had before. Guess what she's gonna get? I shouldn't have read that. I thought it was a real question, and then when I got to the end, I was like, it's a trap. I'm not answering that. I walked into your bit. Post your mile time. It's legit true though. I know. You know it. I know it. We just can't say it. People aren't ready for it yet. One day they will be. I'm back on the defensive from a public relations standpoint, okay? So I can't be courting controversy like that. We got to to keep it very copacetic this week. We got to be very friendly for the rest of the week. We can be toxic again starting on Monday. For now, we're saying to each according to their own. Wait, what is it? She can have sushi if she wants to. That's what I'm saying. And you can have sushi if you want to. Lots of people love sushi. You know why? It's delicious. I can't believe I just walked into you. You can just walk into them? Rip to the Unabomber, you would have loved the rainbow roll. It's called the roll, it's called the rainbow roll. It is the roll where you go when you dine. It's the roll called the rainbow roll. It's got salmon, tuna, and something yellow. It's the roll called the rainbow roll. You go there. Sorry. It's a little classic internet for you. I don't know if that's old YouTube. Very old YouTube. Ah, it's got Princess Peach Mario and the Toad. It's got tuna salmon and fish roe. Yeah, that would work. You got to work on your flow a little bit, but I've got to work on my flow, I should say. You know, you ever been to Nobu? No. I feel like I'm walking into something because people keep talking about Nobu like every stream. Is this a Ligma? Have I walked into a Ligma? No, it's just a restaurant. Oh, it's fancy sushi. Fancy sushi. Ted Kaczynski's listed in 2 movies on IMDb. Could be a good trick for Cine 2 Nerdle. Bro, if you strand them in the Unabomber's cabin, honestly, I think that's like a little BM. That's like dropping a Fred Fucks on somebody. I don't want to be that guy, you know? I want to be the endurance player of Cine 2 Nerdle. I want to play a little defensive and like not get stuck in, you know, Hong Kong cinema or really cinema anywhere outside of the United States, including Canada. Unless I'm stranding them in Bong Cop, Bad Cop 2. But I don't, for me, the game is at its most fun when you're not trying to outthink the opponent. You're just literally, who's the guy from Apex Legends who looks like John Travolta? Gibraltar? Yeah. I want to be Gibraltar. I basically want to enter the battle and put my shield up and say, like, let's see who gets tired first. He looks nothing like Gibraltar. Bro, clearly some of you have not seen Swordfish, okay? Pull up a picture of Gibraltar and pull up a picture of John Travolta from Swordfish and then tell me that they don't have some similarity, okay? I can do this. Holy cow, still got it? Did you see that? It's the hair? I'm telling you! What do you mean he's not beating the face blind allegations? You ever see me play Barstool Daily Dozen Trivia? I'm like the only dude who's not face blind. Everybody else is like, how did you get it? I thought that was Reese Witherspoon. Bro, you thought Elizabeth Banks was Reese Witherspoon? I wouldn't admit, with a gun to my head, I wouldn't admit. that. That's embarrassing.
let's see. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of them relate to each other except for a few. And the ones trying to make place defense. So 4 less fence, let's go 5. I'm telling you 5 powerful. Well, that eliminated 5 and 7. 5 and 7. Come back. Go it up. This video is sponsored by Apex Gaming Games. Tell me you have a custom PC lineup. The little bomb. For the star. Or money by building your own. So what Apex offers is your one cost and labor. Professionalism. It makes it easy to run. And it has been tremendously better. I am no longer facing lag in any fast-paced things or running the most possible. I am favorite. I go split support the channel as well. And I'm gonna go with number 103, so that's 46. What is it? 246. Something that I forgot. What? You tease a hidden block and you never mean it. Another alphabet level is okay. Not the line. Dumb. By now, oh my. Maybe I need one. Maybe I need some. I need blocks. The flags. What the hell is that fish doing? Speaking of, another fucking blue. Are you serious? One more. He's like, back up. One extra blue for the rush.
He fucking opened the door. What the fuck?
Policy removed from it. Probably the only place on the plane is the keyboard backwards. So there's no way to know about this other way, right? Okay, you just can't have one. Okay, so you just can't have one. It's not about throwing it into the block. It's where we go now. About gonna place the block, by the way.
It's not worth it. Not worth it. All that effort to find this fucking thing and it wasn't worth it.
One extra one of them. Walk off and I would get these. Somehow maybe it is at the top of that stage. I don't know where else it could be though. I even tried wasting a piece like a something gross. How do you hear that? What is it? No.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. Online service that's product slash service, which online play some software. SMN2 service. But I'm back on it with a fresh brain, watching
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe that. I was like to map it out just in case there's like a small tiny plant on that as well. I'm back. What planter? It's a windy cold. One of the same second working level. What is it? White off and stuff? Like this has been quite a roundabout process. Alright, that's another one. I was contemplating last time seen this tree.
It took my fucking emerald. It took my fucking emerald. Now I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with my morning. It's 8 a.m. I was ready to lock in for something like 2, 3, who knows what it would have been hours. I believe they're finally ready to perform.
not clear. Doctor's office. That's listen, Jimmy. I don't know. What's going on in my brain right now? Everything okay?
Okay. All right.
Funny Joe from South Park. I died. Is that? So much progress in this level. They were not ready for me to do that second way that you did. Whoa. It's flat. Stumble upon it. But it's fun, clear. The world's most dog shit as well. I'm going in the red one. Why? Squishy. Needs the eye and the brain. Wow. Checkpoint was consistently easy to get. Squishy. Why? Whoa. What if that was the flag? Wouldn't that be so cool? I don't know if I'm the right place. Probably not. Let's try it. Might be real. I might be on the something. No, no, no. Frog. Not more down.
Oh, that would, yeah, okay. Fucking idiot.